That's right. For the past couple of months, these games have been absolutely blowing up on Roblox, making the devs of these games extremely rich. And since I'm really broke at the moment, I thought I'd give this a go. Now, before we start building, we're gonna have to go over some rules. These rules are what separates Korean tower games from your average obby game. The kill brick rule. This rule is actually really simple because in your average obby game, if you step on a kill brick, you die, and just like that, you're gone from existence. But in Korean tower games, they damage you just enough so you want to avoid the kill brick, and also just enough so that if you do land on the kill brick, you have just enough health to proceed to the next level. With that said, let's start building. So this is the finished version of level 1, which I've grouped into a model called level 1. So here's how it works. So you're gonna spawn in and you're gonna jump up here. Oh yeah, and as I said before, these kill bricks don't exactly kill you entirely. So you wanna get up here. Another thing I've also added is these disappearing blocks, so that if you jump on them, they disappear. And over here are some conveyor belts, just to add some extra like stuff. Also, another thing I forgot to mention is that I've found out that most Korean tower games have these like anonymous ladders that are for like lazy people. Okay, that's enough talk. Let's get on to build level 2. Another thing I can also add is like a dangling platform thing. So I'm just going to duplicate this and I'm going to change the color to, let's see, pink. Now, actually, no, let's just keep it white. So we're going to want to unanchor this because this cannot be anchored. Only the primary part can be anchored. And we're going to make the primary part by duplicating this and putting it on top. I'm going to anchor this later, so it's got to be perfectly angled. Then we're going to make another piece, stretch it all the way down, and then you're going to want to weld it all together and go to the top and anchor the top. And that should be it for the dangling platform. So this is the finished product of the level 2, which I've grouped into a model called level 2. It really isn't that different from level 1, just a few new mechanics. So here's how it works. Oh, come on! And here's where level starts. You're going to want to go here. You're going to want to complete this part. And then after that, it's going to be like this wraparound, which shouldn't be too difficult. And then we got some kill bricks. Climb up this truss ladder. And then we have more disappearing blocks. And as you can see, we have these dangling platforms that we made earlier, past that. And then we come to this platform that has moving platforms that take us to the next level. Alright, now that that's done, we can finally start working on the next level, wait a minute. And that's when I ran into my problem. Because I don't want my game to be just another troll tower, like all the other 7 troll tower games. I want mine to be unique. For example, Slap Tower has slaps, and Trolls Depending Tower has trolls. So I need to add something to my game to make it unique. That's when it hit me. What if instead of slaps or trolls, I used bombs? Yes, that's the perfect idea. And I got to work. And I actually made the bomb on the second attempt. Okay. Let's go! Now that that was done, it was time to work on the troll button. This was surprisingly easy because after a little bit of scripting, the button now does this. And honestly, I would position it, but I'm honestly it's like really late right now, so I'm just gonna continue this tomorrow. So I did a little bit of changes, and the first thing I did was I removed the moving platforms. 'Cause I just feel like it doesn't fit with the Korean tower like logic. And we're gonna go up this ladder. Here's the troll button part, which we've all been talking about. So it's gonna have these two parts where it's gonna disappear. You're gonna get on here, which should be collidable, but if some evil player comes and steps on this thing, then you're done. Wait, did you hear that? Wait, no, that couldn't have been possible. Wait, Oof is back? Yeah, honestly, I think that's crazy, because literally yesterday, Oof wasn't a thing. Honestly, that's just insane, man. Thank you, Roblox. Alright, back to work. So this is level 3, which I grouped into a folder called, you guessed it, level 3. Now, honestly, to stay organized, let's just group this into a folder called tower. Blue level starts with some balls, and then you have to go to these thick wraparounds, over some kill bricks, up a truss ladder, onto some dangling platforms, across this obstacle, and another opening to a mini troll session, which leads to the next. So I spent yesterday completing the tower. So this is what it's like. You're gonna go across this new pink level, up these, around this wall hop, these disappearing blocks, and this head hitter thing, and then you're gonna go across this obstacle, more dangling platforms, and onto another troll session, which is basically the same as last troll session, except it's higher. So if you fall, you're losing more stuff. And then we got these disappearing blocks that are also conveyor belts. Then you got this level, which is, as you can see, I used Google Translate here, guys. So I don't know Korean, which is a level which all the blocks are slippery. You do this wrap around, go up these balls, go here. You have to choose between which one to go. And this really thin ice path, go up here. And then here, I'm in another sign that says almost there. You're going to want to complete this part. And then these blocks actually kill you because like it's the highest part. You're going to want to like surprise attack. And then you're going to have this thing that leads to like the grand finale, you know? Now the whole reason we started this video is because I'm broke and I want Robux. And to do that, I need game passes, which is exactly what we're going to be doing for the next 6 hours. So inside the start GUI, we're going to add a screen GUI. Inside the screen GUI, we're going to add a text button. And let's rename this text button to, where's the name? And let's change the name to Flying Carpet Button. Button. We're going to rename the screen GUI to Flying Carpet, you know, to stay more organized. And then inside here, we're going to add an int value. This int value is where we're going to put the Game Pass ID. Then we're going to add an image label. Going to put the image label over the button. And we're going to go here. And then we're going to set the syntax to 2. So it's above the image label. Okay, that looks pretty good for the flying carpet. So now we gotta script it to actually give us the carpet when we click on it. Alright, I've created the script. So now we're gonna want to drag the flying carpet into the script in service script service. And then we're gonna want to add an int value. And we're gonna name this the pass ID, which is the pass ID. And now we're gonna go get the Game Pass ID. Okay, there, it works now. We have got the flying carpet after buying the Game Pass. Now obviously it was obviously inside my inventory already because I already owned the Game Pass because I was the one that created it. So I've just gone ahead and finished the tower. I added the finale, which is just some studs and some kill bricks that are slightly more difficult than the whole tower. I've also added some more game passes so that I can, you know, get Robux. So yeah, I think that's it for the video. I hope this game goes viral, and yeah. Subscribe.